Have you ever planned a dream trip? Tickets booked, bags packed, itinerary printed, only to be derailed the moment you hit the airport? In 2026, travel is supposed to be smoother than ever. Smart airports, automated gates, AI-assisted services, all designed to make your journey effortless. But right now, a perfect storm of new rules, staffing breakdowns, biometric systems, and unexpected delays is making airport travel the most stressful part of any trip. And most travelers still have no idea why it's happening or how to prepare. Today we're breaking down exactly what's going on, why 2026 travel is unlike anything before, and how you can actually stay ahead of the chaos. Just last week, airports across the United States began feeling the ripple effects of a partial government shutdown that has left key security staff working without pay. That's right, Transportation Security Administration officers, who screen millions of passengers every day, are now on the job without receiving a paycheck. While they're considered essential and still required to work, experts warn that morale, absenteeism, and staffing reliability could falter as the shutdown persists. And we're already seeing results. Travelers report longer queues, slower checkpoint processing, and unpredictable wait times that can add hours to your departure experience. At the same time, airports in Europe are seeing new border systems dramatically impact passenger flows. The Entry-Exit System, EES, a biometric registration that requires fingerprints and photos upon entry, was rolled out in late 2025, but its effects are now being felt across major hubs. Some travelers have already experienced wait times of up to 4 hours simply to enter or exit the EU, especially during peak travel seasons. Critics argue that the infrastructure and software needed to handle this influx aren't quite ready, and passengers are being left stuck in massive lines with no clear guidance. It's not just policy. Weather disruptions continue to reshape airport reliability worldwide. A historic winter storm earlier this year cancelled thousands of flights and left countless passengers scrambling for alternative routes. While extreme weather events have always been part of travel, 2026 is seeing them occur back to back, and with far greater operational impact. Airports are staffed to handle normal weather events, but when multiple regions are hit at once, backup systems fail, gates close, and flights get thrown into chaos. Even if your airport isn't facing a shutdown or a winter storm, flight delays are surging. Recent aviation data shows that several major US airports now rank among the worst for on-time performance, with delays driven by staffing shortages, air traffic control pressure, and residual impacts from last year's travel rebound. For many travelers, arriving early doesn't feel like enough anymore, because the airport system itself is stretched thin. But there's more driving this shift than just delays and new rules. Travel trends in 2026 indicate that AI, automation, and biometric integration are transforming airport operations faster than many passengers can adapt. From automated border control gates to robot-assisted services, these technologies are meant to streamline your experience. Yet without clear communication or education.
Scheme EES, which involves registering the fingerprints of people from third-party countries and taking their photographs before they enter 29 EU countries, came into force on Sunday. Major airports in Italy began their implementation on Sunday, while Germany began its gradual phase in Stuttgart. According to the European Union, the new system will improve the efficiency and security of border crossings. Non-EU citizens will have to pass through the biometric system to enter and exit the bloc, with their data being stored in the cloud for at least 3 years. The system is expected to eventually replace the old-fashioned system for physically stamping passports, which doesn't allow for automatic detection of people who have exceeded.
They often leave travelers confused, flagged for extra screening, or rerouted without warning. Consider this. Millions of travelers now walk up to a self-service kiosk only to find a facial recognition mismatch, incomplete data capture, or unclear prompts that send them to manual processing queues. What should take minutes turns into long, stressful lines. Even seasoned travelers describe it as the most irritating part of their journey. And while airports tout efficiency, few have prepared travelers for what these systems actually require. On top of tech issues, travel demand patterns have shifted. Low-cost carriers are expanding routes. Narrow-body long-haul flights are increasing, and data suggests airlines are prioritizing profitability right now. AI is being used to manage operations and reduce costs. But that also means less flexibility for human intervention when something goes wrong. More automation can mean fewer people ready to solve real passenger problems. All of this means travelers need to think differently in 2026. You can no longer assume that arriving 2 hours early is enough for international departures. Automated gates always save time. Security checkpoints operate like they used to.
It was some of the biggest travel changes in EU history. I've seen the machines all lined up, but nothing telling me how to work them.
New warnings of potential delays.
They could be missing appointments that they've planned.
And what to expect when it's your turn to register. It's likely you'll encounter a kiosk very much like this. They want fingerprints.
The system to enter the country is changing.
This travel customer has delayed plans due to his concerns about one of the biggest changes to EU border processes since Brexit.
I've seen the machines all lined up, but nothing telling me how to work them. And I got this feeling of coming off a plane with 200 more people, and they're all trying to get this all done.
The first time you come into contact with this system, it's likely you'll encounter a kiosk very much like this. You place your passport onto this panel. The technology captures a photograph of you.
A flight delay means you just wait it out. Instead, preparation, real-time monitoring, and understanding new systems are the keys to actually making your flight on time. So what should you do? First, check government shutdown impacts for the region you're flying from. If security workers are understaffed or morale is low, add extra time and arrive well before your flight window. Get updates from the airport's official app, not random travel forums, because operations can change daily. Second, if you're traveling to or within the EU, prepare for biometric entry checkpoints like EES. Carry documentation in both physical and digital formats, and give yourself at least twice the usual processing time during peak seasons. Third, use real-time tracking apps to monitor weather alerts and delay forecasts, and always have a plan B for accommodations or rebooking. Airlines and airports don't owe you anything unless you know your rights. So educate yourself before you fly. This combination of policy shifts, staffing uncertainty, tech rollouts, and weather volatility means 2026 travel is not just about where you're going. It's about how prepared you are to make it there. And here's the reality most travel guides still haven't told you. The airport experience itself is now part of the journey challenge. Understanding it is the difference between frustration and success. If this breakdown helped you see the unseen side of 2026 travel, make sure you subscribe to Visa Pro for more deep dives into how the world's travel systems are changing without you being warned. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what's the biggest change you've experienced at airports in 2026? Did new security lines, biometric entry, or staffing shortages affect your trip? Let us know.